Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Drew back again with another video for all you American soccer fans out there. And in this one, we're going to be talking about USA against Costa Rica. This video is a preview of that game, USA's first game of the 2020 calendar year, and their second year in a row with having Greg Berhalter as the USA's manager of the national team. So let's see how Greg Berhalter does this time around. Last year, he started off his first year taking over the side with a victory over none other than Costa Rica. And I talked about Greg Berhalter's first year in charge of the national team, how I would rate it out of 10 and how I think the state of the USA national team is in right now. And I am not going to talk about it here because I think you guys should, first of all, subscribe, and second of all, go ahead and watch that video that I'll leave down here in the comments section or the About Me section, whatever. It's down there. Click that link and then come back and watch this video. So like I said, in this video, we are going to be previewing USA against Costa Rica like I do mostly for every USA national team game against anybody. So if you're not subscribed yet and you're interested in American soccer and you're interested in having soccer here in America get bigger and get more respect, and you want to be part of that change, then subscribe down below and be part of that change, guys. Just think about it. And usually when I preview games, preview games on this channel, I go over my lineup, and then I also go over, the manager's lineup. But I get to feel that you guys don't even care about the manager, and I'm indifferent towards him. So this channel is about me, so I'm going to talk about the lineup that I think we should go with and the lineup that I want to see heading into this game against Costa Rica, which, by the way, once that game is over, make sure you guys come back to the channel. We'll wait an hour first, and then come back to the channel when the video is finally uploaded, so we can talk about all the craziness that has happened after that, in that game, if anything crazy would have happened. Because like I said in previous videos, this is a very exciting game because we have a very exciting roster to bring to this game. We have lots of young players. Half the players called up to this roster have not represented the national team at a senior level or maybe even at all. And that's a big deal because that means Greg Berhalter really has no choice but to play some more youth players and play players who are fan favorites like Ulysses Yanez, Brendan Aronson from Philadelphia Union, friggin' Bill Hamid, I guess, is one of them as well. There's a handful of players here who fans want to see play for the national team at the senior level, and this is very, very exciting. And I keep freaking talking, so without further ado, let's just get into lineup, which is right here. If I time that right, then the lineup should be popping up right now. But anyway, as you can see it right here on the screen, my lineup is a simple 4-3-3 formation, which I think benefits this type of squad right now. We got Bill Hamid in goal because I think Bill Hamid is the second best American goalkeeper we have. Zach Steffen, like I said in almost every video, is my boy. He's the number one goalkeeper. He will be the number one goalkeeper if everything keeps going according to plan. And I think Bill Hamid is a strong backup, and that's not a bad thing to be a backup. He's a strong backup. I'd rather have, I feel more safer having Bill Hamid as a backup than having Brad Guzan as a starter goalkeeper, and I'm glad he's not here, by the way. Going up the lineup, we see our defenders, the fourth to back. We got Aaron Long from New York Red Bulls, and we got Mark McKenzie from Philadelphia Union, which I'm representing right there. Long is kind of, self-explanatory. I think he's probably the best defender we have on this lineup right now. And we also have Mark McKenzie from Philadelphia Union, who I think had a really, really good campaign last season with the Union. And, he's only about 20 years old, I believe. And so he's very young. He's got lots of potential, I think, in my eyes. That just might be my Philadelphia brotherly love or my Philadelphia bias, but I don't care. I think it's well-deserved. The right back, pretty simple. Reggie Cannon there. Maybe he'll be subbed out later at towards the end of the game for Julian Arrau from LA Galaxy, because I would also like to see Arrau get some minutes in this game. And the left back was kind of hard. We can either pick Sam Vines or Chase Gasper, two players that I'm not really too familiar on, but I'm going with the more solid player, I think, and that is Chase Gasper. So I put him in the left back position. I don't know too much about him, but if you guys disagree, let me know down below. Up to the midfield of this lineup, we've got Jackson Newell, Servania, and Sebastian Lletget in the midfield as a trio there. I put Jackson Newell as the center, the center of the midfield, because I think he's going to be the heart of all the play. He's going to be the heart of, cut passing lanes, the heart of making passing lanes forward and making some attacking lines, getting some key passes in, breaking up plays. I think this guy has excuse me, he's got lots of potential. I really see him being as like one of the main starters or one of the first players called up to the national team in future games to come, especially for the Nations League tournaments and also especially for the Hex, the World Cup qualifying games, which we have later this year, where I think Jackson Ewell will shine, at least hopefully. And this stage right now against Costa Rica is a good opportunity for him to show what he's got to not just the manager, not just the national team, but also to the fans who are watching and hoping that he does some good stuff for the national team. And of course, Sebastian Lletget, the midfield is somewhere where we are really, really lacking in experience at the national level and also in caps. The most cap player there is Sebastian Lletget, and he has not been his same old self since coming back from that bad injury all those months ago. I feel like he's a little off his game. He's still not 100% him, but nonetheless, I still picked him because, like I said, he's the most senior player. I feel like that midfield does need like some sort of like not authority, but like some senior person to help out, or someone who's experienced with the national team at the national level. Even though Sebastian Lletget is not the best player, in my opinion, for the midfield, but he's all we got right now. Of course, we got Servania from FC Dallas. They're a very young player who, again, I don't know too much about, but he did impress in the in the youth national teams, which is always a positive. So I put him there over players like Cayo or Capis because like those two players I really have no clue about. And it may seem like an American soccer fraud, but it's true. And I'm sure some of you guys don't know as well, so I feel better about that. Then, of course, heading up to the best part of the lineup, where I'm sure some of you guys saw the striker, so let's talk about it. The striker, of course, I picked Yazi Zardes, and as you guys know, I freaking hate Yazi Zardes, not as a person, but as a national team player for the USA. I think he is a good player, but that's all he is a good player for Columbus Crew. For the national team, he's a lucky striker, a player who really doesn't perform well in big games all the time, consistently. So it's unfortunate that he has to start up front because, I had to pick him over Jesus Ferreira, who is younger, very unexperienced for not just playing for the USA, but playing at the senior level of a national team. So I had no choice but to pick Yazi Zardes, and I'm sure Greg Berhalter will also pick Zardes to start this game. You know what? And I'm not surprised. That's all the options we have so far. But as you can see on the right winger, supporting some balls and crosses through to Zardes is Ulises Yanez. And some people might think, why is he starting? Why not Paul Arriola? Well, here's why. I think Yanez is so hyped up right now that him just sitting on the bench and waiting to come on or see if he will be subbed on or not might get him some first day jitters, or he gets some cold feet, he's scared and nervous, whatever, and that could affect his game. So I think just fucking play the guy from the beginning, let the fans see what he's got, and if he's playing bad, just take him off. It's better than the team playing bad and he's gonna come in and try to save them because he's so hyped up, and then he can't do it, and then his morale is down. I just think start him from the beginning, let him get comfortable, let him play the whole fucking game. I don't care. Let him get comfortable, let him do his thing. Let us see what he really has and if he can actually perform for us at the top level, at the senior level of the national team. And on the left-hand side, we've got here as our left winger, Jonathan Lewis, who I think is a pretty decent player. For the national team, he hasn't impressed me too far, but at club level, I think he's okay. And that's it. He's just okay. I could have put Paul Arriola as a left winger, but I think Paul does better on the right wings or even as an attacking midfielder. So having him on the left was just a little weird. But other than that, I would love to see Jesus Ferreira make an appearance, maybe having Zardes sub off at halftime or later on in the game and have Ferreira come on. And, I want to see lots of players come on from the bench who don't have caps, young players especially, Brendan Aronson, a player like that, maybe even Chris Capps, to see what this guy's got. Players of that caliber, I want to see them get an opportunity to represent the national team at a senior level. And I think this is probably the best game to do it and the best time to do it because it's not just one or two players who are young or inexperienced. It's a whole chunk of players. It's half the roster right now who is in the same boat. And I think this is Greg Berhalter's most impressive lineup so far. It's mostly all MLS, but that's because it's not really a FIFA international break, so they can't really get all the players from their national team. And even so, if it was, I'm glad that we're playing just a friendly game against Costa Rica with some youth products here to see what they really have. That's it. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys agree with my lineup or you like it, let me know down below. And also, let me know your lineups down below. Who do you think should start in goal? Who do you think should start up front? Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below. As always, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to come back to this channel tomorrow afternoon after the game so we can talk or bitch about what happened during this game against Costa Rica. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.